Good evening. My name is Nemeka Onyeka Obiareri. I want to use this medium to encourage the Nigerian Labour Congress and the TUC to go beyond requesting for new minimum wage to moving all the way to requesting that the National Assembly and the political office holders must align their salaries and wages to that of the civil service wage structure, just as we used to have it between 1960 to 1966 under the constitutional and physical framework there, where legislators were part-time and they were paid with their salaries and wages aligned to that of the civil service. It is criminally wicked for the members of the National Assembly to allocate 244 billion naira to themselves, 469 people, and then they are finding it difficult to increase minimum wage of the civil servant to even a living wage. It's on record that we borrowed this our democracy and we modeled it after the US presidential system of government. Look at the US 2024 budget, 2023 budget. You will see clearly that the amount appropriated for the whole of 2024 for both the US Senate and the House of Rep for their operation was put at about $3 billion. This is 0.043% of total federal government budget of the US at $6.9 trillion. If we are to align the wage structure or the allocation to our own National Assembly members based on that of the US, remember that US is a big economy. US is a massive economy, the biggest economy in the whole world, with a GDP of almost $28 trillion. The GDP per capita in the US is over $82,000 GDP per capita, which is about 122 million naira. Nigeria GDP per capita $1,150, and yet these guys are insensitive. After they allocated 70 billion to themselves as location allowance, they did 40 billion for their SUVs. They did 57 billion as palliative, which they shared among themselves. They even approved 90 billion as Hajj palliatives for themselves, subsidies. Whereas the poor Nigerian kids in the university that have been begging them for student loan, they refuse. NLC and TUC should not buckle, they should not back down. Let it not be on record that they went at the whiff of the dollar to call up this side. They must ground everywhere. They must totally demand. They should go beyond demanding for new minimum wage. The laws must be amended to align the wages, the salaries, the perks of office of political office holders, especially that of National Assembly, to that of the civil service. It is wicked. Why would these guys allocate 1.12% of our national budget to themselves, whereas they find it difficult to allocate minimum wage? Not see today in Nigeria, anybody earning less than 100,000 naira is living under poverty. For the records, the World Bank Poverty Indicator shows that anybody who is earning less than $2.15 a day, which is $64.50, is poor and is living under poverty and needs aids and help. At today's exchange rate of 1487 at the NAFM to $1, most Nigerians, 197 million Nigerians, are living in poverty. We cannot continue to stomach the wickedness, the criminality, the profligacy, and the insensitivity of the political class. Most of the members of the National Assembly are former governors. And these guys, their greed is insatiable. Their greed is very satanic. And there's a time for us to say enough is enough. Nigeria is a country so blessed that we can easily produce and generate over $350 billion worth of revenues in Nigeria. Not only revenue, we can generate and feed ourselves. But the problem, we have insensitive people who are across the three tiers and the arms of government, whose only objective, their sole objective, like Satan, is just how to share, loot, steal and kill. This is not acceptable. The NLC, TUC, if they adopt this measure, insist, go all the hog. No longer will you accept even, in fact, any minimum wage that they must pay to you must align with the salaries of members of the National Assembly. Nigerians will support you 100%. Thank you and God bless.